Welcome to the Shimmy Mob Spotlight. Today we have Deborah White from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Welcome, Deborah.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, so I'm very excited to have you here in the series. And when I received your application to be part of the Spotlights, I noticed you have quite the extensive repertoire in belly dance. And yeah, and very exciting to see all you're doing. And I just wanted to ask you, how did you get into belly dance in the first place?
Oh, this will tell how old I am. But in the 70s, there was a Miss America pageant contestant who did belly dancing. And I always just loved it since then as a little kid. And then, I would watch Sinbad and see different belly dancers on there. I just always loved it. And for a long time, I didn't have the money to take lessons. And so finally, I met somebody who taught belly dance, and I had money. So I started dancing when I was 34, and I've been dancing 17 years.
Wow. Yeah. You look a lot younger than.
Well, it's the dancing.
The dance, of course. Of course. So you've been dancing for a while, and now you have been involved with Shimmy Mob for several years. I see that you have.
Yes, and my students have been heading it up. So I'm really proud. Well, my ex-students, but they're students from my group, and I'm just really proud of the job that they've done.
Mm-hmm.
And really taken a leadership role in our city. So that's great.
Why did you join? Why did you join Shimmy Mob?
Well,
what was your reason?
In part because it's a great cause, and I wanted to support that, and also because, like I said, it was my previous students, and I wanted to support what they were doing, as their instructor. When they started taking the lead, I want to be there for them. There were some years I could not do it because of other obligations, but most of the time I've just had a great time dancing with them and meeting new dancers or dancers from different studios here in Tulsa. So it's a great opportunity for, growing the dance community.
So I see that you have, like I said, you have quite the repertoire and experience that you have. You're a drummer, you're a performer, you're an instructor, you have a boutique as well, correct?
I have what?
You sell costumes? Did I understand that?
Yes, I did have the boutique. I haven't had it in a while, but yes, I imported a lot of things from Pakistan, and I made a lot of things as well. That's how I got my dance name, which was Kitty Sparkle, because I had a lot of cats, and I did a lot of sewing, and there was always just sparkly stuff everywhere. So my friend said, "Oh, it should be Kitty Sparkle," which was really a business name, but then it became my dance name sort of by accident. So there you have it.
So, because I'm a business consultant, so I like to ask questions on the business side. Would you say, because you're a drummer, you're performing, you do all that stuff, what is your favorite? If you had to pick one of those, if you had to choose just one, what would you choose?
What would I choose? I would choose teaching dance.
Teaching dance.
Yes, I love teaching and just helping people discover themselves, their own confidence, just having a great time meeting different people, and supporting them as they get what they, people come to dance for so many different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And helping them find what they need from it is to me, it's very interesting and gratifying. So that's probably my favorite thing. I also really love performing. It is such a charge to connect with the audience. And I would say, I really like drumming, but I've had to focus more on those other things.
Mm-hmm.
So I love it all.
So when you're in your teaching, do you, where is your preference as a teacher? Is it in the brand new students and just getting them like off the grounds, like with a solid foundation, or is your passion more in the advanced students where they're ready for, performances where you can just help work with them with choreographies and extra technique at a higher level? Like what is your favorite? Because as teachers, I've been a teacher forever, it feels like. And we love it all, but there's always something that we like more than the others. So what would you say is your specialty where you excel the most? And the reason I'm asking you this is so that, you know, I help you and I help the people who are looking for exactly what you prefer to do, so that they can come to you for what your specialty is.
Right. I think one thing that I do differently than some teachers that I've studied with is I tend to break things down more and try to answer the questions that they have and make sure they feel comfortable asking those questions. So I would say I love teaching beginners because, like I said, they're very fresh. But I also love teaching people who are a little bit more advanced, because then we get into choreography more often and stage presence, and they get to experience the fun part of dancing, which to me is performing. Of course, some people don't ever want to perform, but that's okay too.
So it's kind of like a balance between the two. You don't really have a preference.
No, as a teacher, it's you can't really have advanced students if you don't have the beginners.
That's true. Unless you're inheriting them from somewhere else, right?
Once in a while that happens too. People move here and they want to dance. So
yeah, and sometimes it's good to have, like, I personally believe that students should learn from different teachers, regardless of whether they are, like, I remember when I used to have when I used to teach my classes, that I would encourage my students to go take classes with other teachers at the same time as they were taking with me, because that's how you produce better students, is when they have overall knowledge, because we all learn differently, right? So
absolutely.
Yeah, so nothing wrong with students coming to you if they're going to somewhere else at the same time, right? It's all good. It's all good in the end.
Yes, I've had students. It's a funny story that happens more often than not with new students. Sometimes is I'll work on a concept with them. They'll go to a workshop or somebody else's class, and they'll say, you know what? I had this breakthrough on such and such move. At this. And I bite my tongue because I think, my God, that's what I've always told them.
Yeah, but sometimes you just need to hear from a different source in a slightly different way.
Yes, exactly. And so, but I mean, you know, I'm always just grateful that they got it, you know, and it's kind of funny, you know, but I'm glad, you know, that they're growing and learning, and whoever they need to study with. You know, I'm an educator in my real job also. And so I'm really familiar with the different ways that people might learn. So I get it. Sometimes you need somebody else. And I think it's a great way to also network within the community too.
And there's always a special bond when you have students.
Oh, sure.
It is like, you're almost like at least for me, I don't know if it's the same for you, but I always feel like they're my babies. Babies, you're nurturing them and you're teaching them, right?
Sometimes I stand back and I watch them perform. When I had my performance group, I'd stand back and watch them perform, and maybe one or two people would come up after that and say, "You're their teacher, aren't you?" Because I could tell by the way you look. I think they're performing, you know. And I was like, "Oh," because it's obvious. I have a really expressive face.
Now, speaking of performance, I think I saw. Let's see, you have a really interesting name for your group. I got the wrong sheet here in front of me. Oh, there it is, right in front of me. It's Queen of Chaos? The Queens of Chaos.
Yes.
How did that come out? How did you come up with that name?
Well, gosh, when I started the group, sometimes, one thing about me is I'm not great at learning choreography. So I wanted something kind of edgy and something kind of feminine. Like not like a princess, because nothing wrong with a princess, but a lot of my students were 35 and up, and you know, it's not really princess age. So I said, queens, you know, that sounds good, in charge.
Yeah.
The chaos part kind of comes with, well, if we remember, we're the queens of chaos, but if we forget, we're really the queens of chaos.
That's cute. That's very cute, because it really sticks. Like, queens of chaos, it does. It is curious. It makes people curious about what does that mean? What is that about? So.
It's kind of edgy and fun, and it's just sort of like me, you know. I mean, not always taking myself too seriously.
Well, it sounds like you have awesome classes and a lot of variety and a lot of fun. So If people wanted to find you, how would they find you? If they wanted to come and take lessons with you and they wanted to learn from you?
Oh, it's really easy. I've had a website for ages. That's tulsabellydance.com. And it has all of the information on it. We're also on Facebook. So those would probably be the best ways, or, my number's on the website. So that'd be the easiest.
Okay, so you mentioned that a lot of your students are over 35, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so what would you say to someone who's watching right now who has never taken a class before and is probably over 35 or over 40 or over 50 or over 60, feeling, oh, I could never do that, I'm too old? What would you say to them right now that, especially if they're in your area, what would you say to them?
Oh, well, if they wanted to learn to dance, I would say don't let anything stop you. And, it's never too late, because it's only going to get later. I mean, if it's too late today and you're 35, it's certainly going to be too late when you're 50. So sometimes you just have to take life and get out there and get your hands dirty, maybe make a fool of yourself even, but in a good way, like you can't, you've got to enjoy yourself. Can't be so hung up. It's usually, as far as we know, we get one chance around, most of us. So, so I always encourage people to enjoy that chance that they have. And if they can come to class and enjoy it, then that's what really counts. Not, if they can dance at the hookah lounge or if they can get hired. Those things are cool, but I've had so many people that I've seen really grow from dance in ways that, when initially I started teaching, I didn't think, oh, I'm going to help people grow. I thought, I'm going to teach dance like this, but really to watch people grow, to watch them come out of their shell. I think if somebody can do that and they're interested in doing that through belly dancing, they should definitely take the opportunity no matter where they are.
That's great advice. Great advice. And even if in one of the other spotlights that I did earlier, one of the guests was like, she has all kinds of health conditions, and she pushes through that and she adapts the dance to her. So that's another thing that, probably is a good message to give people, that the dance adapts to you. You don't have to adapt to dance. So it doesn't matter. And belly dance is probably the most forgiving and the most versatile type of dance that anyone can do. It's so gentle.
Gentle with the body, and the posture can just be really kind of relieve your back, I think. So, yeah.
So, Deborah, this has been lovely. Is there anything else you'd like to share with our viewers before we go?
Gosh, I can't think of anything. But thank you for the opportunity to take the interview.
You're very welcome. So your website is tulsabellydance.com. Okay, so that should be pretty easy to remember for anyone who's watching. But it's been awesome.
Thank you so much.
Okay, till next time. You too. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching the Shimmy Mob video spotlight series. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a comment below. And if you would like to be featured in the future, send us an email at shimmymob@gmail.com.